Welcome back to Stay Tuned. Today we're hitting you with a midweek episode because we've got a really fun little project here. This is my buddy Mike Edwards, and this is 87 Ramcharger, and we're going to tell you the story of exactly how not to buy a car.
Don't do it this way.
He bought this car. He's breaking all the cardinal rules of buying a car. Let's go through some of them, right? Start with avoid rust at basically all costs.
Right, don't buy rust.
Don't buy the worst version of a car you want just because it's the cheapest one.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, if you're a kid and it's like you could just barely afford the worst version, get it, spend 9,000 years and hours of your time fixing it up, sure. That's not you. Make sure you go and look at it yourself.
Have a really good look at it.
Have a really good look at it.
Plenty of light, you know,
Yes.
Inspect it well. Yeah, make sure there's no, issues, no things as a mechanic that you don't want to handle body work.
Yes, yes, body work is costly, super annoying, and almost never gets done by regular guys like us.
Super unsightly.
Yeah. Okay. He broke all those rules. This is the story of that truck. And honestly, when he got it, I gave him a super hard time about it. A super hard time about it. But this is the deal. I love him. This is my bro for 20 years now. And I was like, come on, man. You can afford something killer. You want something rad. He wants to drive it. And what he did was he had just had his son. He was a new father.
We were in the hospital.
Very
still.
proud of him. He's doing an incredible job. His boy is not even a year yet.
He's like 10 months.
10 months. They were literally in the hospital. And what do you do when your wife has just given birth to your scion, your namesake, your boy?
You hop on Facebook Marketplace.
Jump on Facebook Marketplace and relentlessly scroll for a while, just so you can feel a little bit wild.
I needed a truck for the new house.
Yes, he needed a truck for his new house. The guy broke the cardinal rule, number one, of selling anything is he was like, it's got to go today.
He reeled me in with this.
He was like, it's got to go today, which number one in your brain says,
half price.
I can get this for half whatever it's listed. And number two, your brain's like, there's 8 million people coming for this thing. And you're in a frenzy. You're like, I have to be the first person. You're like, how can I buy it now? So that's sort of what happened. Yeah. You were in the hospital. Our buddy Travis went to look at it. Clearly, he had some animosity against you. Yeah. He was like, oh, she's clean as can be. You should buy this. And you wound up getting it like, what, $2,000?
Yeah, something like that.
2,000 bucks. 2,000 bucks for a, complete Ramcharger, especially now.
It hadn't run in 20 years, but it started on ether in the video.
Okay, so there was hope. So this is a 360. 87, what's that making? 220 horsepower or something?
Not right now.
So,
I did a quick and dirty rebuild on the Carb, and I don't think the secondaries are working, but
yep.
I got a nice used Holley I just rebuilt.
Yep.
And a manifold we'll throw on.
Okay. Well, fire up the way it is and show us what's going on with it. Sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Under
we'll
load?
get it under load up a hill, trying to merge on the highway. Just a dog.
Well, it's got giant tires on it.
You see the secondaries aren't going to open because it's vacuum, but.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, let's get.
I'm sure we can make it work, but I'm going to put a Holley on it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
why bother? I'm with you. Put that on the shelf. Somebody can come by and grab it someday.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
But if idle smooth, obviously doesn't smoke, you have put 100 miles on it by now. Some steering parts, some suspension parts, it's much more solid than it was.
It's not trying to kill me going down the road now.
That's great.
It was all over the place.
All right, cut it off. All right, so we're gonna that's a cast iron manifold too, right? Yeah, get that out of there.
80 pounds.
We'll take 80 pounds off the front of the car, pull off that old Rochester, figure out the linkage. Getting the intake off will be a little bit of a bear because of this old AC unit, but that'll be fine. All right, let's start tearing this thing apart.
Yeah, man. Pull it around.
Please take a second to go over to the Stay Tuned merch store. We have all of the shirts back in stock, the classics, Stay Tuned Lightning Bolt, Angelo's Gym, and We're Gonna Lose the Shop, plus the new Down and Dirty shirt is here, and it is ripping off the shelf, so grab one if you want it. All right, let's get back to the video.
Almost had it clean.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. It's not light. Woo! Certainly not very clean.
Yeah, we're yanking off the old iron stock factory manifold. It is a 4-barrel manifold, but it's iron. It weighs 3 million pounds. So he's going to put an aluminum with the Holley, 4150 flange on it. So it's going to accept a new Holley carburetor, flow better, weigh less, look cooler, all good things.
They must have smushed in.
Cool. So I bought this Holley 750 vacuum secondary on eBay for cheap, about 200 bucks. Ready to run. It was not ready to run. So I bought a bunch of gaskets. I bought a new accelerator pump. I bought a new power valve, and I bought some smaller jets for the front because I think that this engine is a little milder than the 72 jets can go. So we got 68s in the front. Got a new vacuum diaphragm. So basically all the parts to freshen it up, it was like 65 bucks. So for less than $300, I got a pretty sweet vacuum secondary carb. Also, it looks like it has the secondary metering block upgrade, so it gets rid of the plate. That's sweet. So this is a pretty sweet little setup for this this 360. I put everything together to make sure it all fit, all the parts were right. Now I'm just gonna put a little, this is like a little old hot rod trick. Who knows if it works or not, but you put a little chapstick, it's gotta be the original. You can't use cherry. But apparently you put a little bit of this, and I think this is more for the older gaskets. The black ones, these ones are supposed to be reusable, but apparently, you put just a little smear of this in, then you can reuse them without them sticking.
And what is that?
It's chapstick. I think the trick is that you're supposed to use it on the one side you want to come loose, not the other side. So let's see here. We prefer it to stick. I don't want it to stick to anything, to be honest with you. So let's put it all over.
Mikey got some pretty gnarly Mickey Thompsons that have been probably sitting in the sun for years and years, just off marketplace. And they're halfway decent, but it's more of a gnarly off-road tire. They're a little bit feathered. And we got Falken to send us a fresh set of baddies. We're gonna stick them on. So these dudes had changed the first tire and nicked up. Mikey's very sentimentally attached to these old centerline wheels that are out of production. And we realized that somehow along the way, the roller that keeps this arm off the edge of the wheel on my tire machine disintegrated. So it's, what is it, 10:30 now? I found a cam button from Summit Racing. We're gonna try to turn it down, put a hole in it, and let it ride on there. And I think it'll be enough offset. Essentially, it'll turn. It allows the wheel to turn and us to put leverage on this tire spoon to hold everything up and dismount and mount the tires. But it's not working the way it is because it's just digging right into the wheels. So that's a problem, and we're gonna fix it. We're now in Colin's shop. We took the long walk over here. Master fabricator, amateur interior decorator. And we're gonna make this thing work. Okay, good. All right, she's in there. Let's keep on rocking.
Okay.
One cam button turned tire roller.
Yeah. I was gonna help you there. Right?
We replaced those old dry rotted tires with a set of Falken AT3 Wild Peaks. They're good everywhere.
That's it.
I don't know if carb cleaner is.
Ready? Worked. That worked pretty good. So Mikey's car has, it's called air conditioning. It's a thing that people put on the car in the 80s and it never works now. Mostly we throw it out. His super racy manifold has the water neck directly in line with where the air conditioning compressor used to bolt up. And the issue is that we cannot run or route the V-belts in a way without that air compressor there, because it uses it sort of as like an idler pulley. So he is gutting that compressor because, again, like 0.5% chance it worked at any point.
Yeah, I was gonna get a new one anyway.
Totally. And he's now got it reduced from like a, from like this big to about this
From
big.
18 inches to like...
Yeah. Much smaller. More manageable. Yep.
All right, before we put the pulley on, let's just see that this will clear everything. Voila! Hell yeah.
That's French for let's go!
That's a thing of beauty right there.
There she is. It'll go, it'll go, it'll go. Come on. Oh!
You put the little thing back in here, the valve, Mikey?
Yeah. Did I? I don't know, actually. You'll have to take a look.
All right, in one of the least straightforward swaps of all time, we have put a Holley carburetor on this 360 LA motor. It's ready to rock now. I think it should sound pretty good. Hopefully it runs good. Here we go. It's 2:20 in the morning.
Is my battery dead?
Give it a try to wiggle it.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, it's not connected.
Oh wait, hold on. I didn't put the ground on.
That'll do it. Take two. Yeah, we got some power now.
More fuel leaking somewhere.
Pull a wire off and put it on a spark plug.
Yeah, do you have a spark plug sitting around?
Yeah.
Nope. Nope, no spark. Alright, we're good.
Here we go. Firing up the Ramcharger with that Holley carburetor and the ignition hooked up. Here it comes. All right, fourth time's the charm. Here we go. Light the fires.
Go ahead. Okay.
That'll do it.
We're gonna start.
We got ignition now for sure. All right, we're gonna check float heights. We're definitely having a fuel delivery issue. This is on a sight glass, so I'm gonna pull.
Oh, there's fuel.
Yeah,
It's high, so it should be getting a pump.
I would think. Okay.
So what, do you want to take this bowl off, or?
Yeah. Can you see or put your finger in there and see if you see anything come out of that squirter?
Here's what?
Those are going right through. Look at them. That's good. If you do that, do it. It just came out?
Sure did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's flowing right into my hand. Yeah, it is too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it wouldn't be a stay tuned party if it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning by the time we get this thing fired up. Just had to give her a quick once over. This is described as ready to run carburetor was exactly not that.
Ready to run me around in circles.
Yeah, ready to run me up a wall here. Keep Keep going.
Oh, thank you. All right, stop.
Couple pumps first. Get them pumps down now.
We're almost there. I don't see the timing thing.
So, like over time, if it's loose, it'll obviously get retarded because it's going to spin in the same direction as the distributor. Go ahead, hit it. Actually, that is probably 10.
What do we want, 15?
That's fine. 10 at base is fine. That'll get you 31, 32.
Better sound.
Sounds amazing. That was wild. Sweet. All right. It is 4 a.m. or so. This thing runs like a top now. Fire it up.
Runs like that. Doesn't start like that.
Rev it up.
Starts harder than it ever did.
Still got a little bit of carburetor. All right, it is running pretty good. Most of the time.
Just like when.
I think you need to go through that carburetor a little bit more. It's generally sounding pretty killer. It's wicked late. We're gonna get the tires on this thing and probably kick it around in the morning. And that's it for right now. All right, after a very short amount of sleep, we're back at the shop with a couple new ideas. We filled the tank up with gas just to make sure that wasn't an issue. And I said, let's just pull the vacuum distributor, the vacuum off the distributor, and just set total timing where we think in the ballpark. Fire it up and see what it's like, because it did seem out of whack. We did that, and I'll show you. I'll fire it up for you. Here's where we're at now. We're feeling a lot better. Feels good.
A little more blow-by than I remember.
Rev it up. Check this out. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. All right, feels good. Let's take it out. Holley is on there. We had to do like a on-engine rebuild basically last night. Free up the squirter, make sure all of the different circuits were working. We did our very best. It does seem really happy now that it's getting something like 30 degrees of total timing. The distributor's a little wonky. It's not really advancing a ton mechanically. It has a very short range. I'm not exactly sure what it is. You can dig in that later, but right now, this thing is running pretty killer and way better than it has ever run in the last 20 years.
Feels like a real truck now, man.
Yeah, sounds good, it looks good. Let's take it out. All right, we're out at Mikey's Ramcharger. It's running awesome, better than ever. Better than ever. Holley Carb, 10 out of 10.
Feels like a truck.
Yeah, it is a truck. Yeah. I love this thing. Interior, you can see it's pretty clean. It's got this auto recline feature, which I like a lot. You really feel like you're talking to the people in the front end, but you're not ignoring anybody. It's like a real, you know, welcoming environment, and it promotes community. I feel like
Very chill.
It's beautiful. Yeah, did it get somewhere? My knee. That's your knee. Nice. You know, it sounds great. The tires are way quieter. I don't hear anything. You know, this is another scenario of like, this was the truck that was literally frozen solid, would not move. And with a bunch of work, a lot of work, mostly Mikey's, this thing came around into something that's pretty great. So I'm stoked. You know, I hope you keep on going with it. At this point, you know, it's got to stay. Yeah, I think you just keep making it better. Maybe find some lower quarters, weld them on.
I think we get the four-wheel drive working next.
Got the four-wheel drive working. We'll take her camping. The back lays flat. I know this one lays flat. And keep on rocking, dude. This thing is sick.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for the help.
Hit the gas. Hit the gas. Let's hear it. No bog. No weirdness. Smooth. Just going. Smooth as can be. Yeah, you can drive this wherever at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty sick.
I'm excited. I'm gonna.
That's it for this episode of Stay Tuned. Thanks for hanging out, hearing the story of Mikey's Ramcharger. If you got something you've been you know, out in the garage that you're slacking on, get out there, put some hands on it, put some time and effort and love into that thing and get it down the road. Yeah. And then tag me in it, okay? Angelo 96.